What's up, everybody? Back for another Honkai Star Rail video. So originally my plan was to have this video be a bit more edited, right? Unfortunately, if you guys didn't know, some of you probably know, I actually had to reset my computer because I was not the smartest online, let's just say that. And so all my settings for my editing software that I had were gone, and I couldn't exactly remember how to do most of the stuff. I had like shortcuts and whatnot. So lost all that, and as I was trying to edit, it was just taking a long time. And YouTube's already pretty strict about like, oh, you haven't uploaded in a few days, no views for you. So I figured I might as well just bite the bullet. It is what it is. Go back to the OG way of just hitting record, giving what you got, and going from there, right? And then when I have more free time, right? Because I do have a second job now. I don't have as much free time as I used to. I'll get that sorted out, so I'll be able to edit it around the next time that I need to have, an side by side comparison or whatnot, right? But regardless, this is about E1 Hysilens. So let's go over our characters real quick, right? So we are going to be doing on the newest MOC just because it is DoT shield related, right? Sovrog is weak to wind and lightning, so that'll be really good for dots. If we break them, that's more dots, right? So dots are very interesting character-wise because there's a lot going into them. You want them to be quick, right? Close to 160. My Hysilens is almost there, right? So you want them 160 so they're fast, so they get a lot of dot procs off. You want them to have enough effect hit rate so they actually proc all their stuff on all the enemies. And then you also want them to have like attack percent, that's also pretty frail. Not saying you should go for HP rolls or anything, but they just are so demanding that even the fourth or third stat on a relic actually does matter, which is a bit unfortunate. It's a lot harder to build it than most characters where you just go for crit rate, crit damage than any attack you would get from something like your orb if you don't use element, or your rope or whatever, right? That's pretty demanding on stuff, right? So this is a build I have for Black Swan at the moment. I just now switched her over to this because Hysilens Light Cone actually boosts speed by 10%. This allows Black Swan to have 134 speed breakthrough. This allows Kafka to hit 180. Now you might be wondering, why am I not running tutorial on my Kafka? And that is literally just because I'm lazy. At some point, I do plan to E4 Kafka, and once you get E4 Kafka, she gets more energy from shocks, right? This will allow you to run her actual light cone. Her light cone is no longer her best in slot until you get E4. So, since I'm planning to get E4, I pretty much just have the build in mind with her having her light cone, and I'm just going to go from there. So, I know this is not anywhere near as optimal. My Kafka is E2. So, normally you'd run the tutorial light cone, but like I said, I'm just gonna assume I have E4. I'm getting it in the future. In fact, watch this. We're doing a multi. We're gonna do a multi real quick. I originally wasn't gonna summon on Kafka because I had to go for E1 Hysilens, but we'll do one multi. Watch this. Boom. Imagine. No, it's Asta. Okay, whatever. I tried. It would have been funny, for the bit. Duty got to do it for the bit. When she reruns, if there's nothing crazy around the time she reruns, I'll probably throw enough singles or maybe a couple multis to see if I can get a 5-star. But regardless, because of Hysilens Lycon, Black Swan will hit 134. She has enough effect hit rate to proc herself, which is 120. Hysilens has 120 as well. She is very close to hitting 160. The main culprit here is the orb. My orb is terrible. All I need, it sucks because I could make a physical orb with speed on it and just get 160, but I need one effect hit rate roll. Like, it doesn't even have to roll into effect hit rate at all. I just need it because that's one roll into effect hit rate. If I have the base effect hit rate on it and just get a couple rolls into speed, I'll have 160 and I'll still have the effect hit rate. So that is her build. And then, oh wait, that even, boom, relics there, boom, this set. Same on both of them. And then Kafka's running the win set with Reverly because, yeah, I just had it and it had good rolls, right? I think I have like 9 speed on one of these, right? Yes, this one, 9 speed. So, yeah, it was kind of rough to not use that, right? I believe she hits 180 with the light cone proc from her and the speed buff from her own light cone. So she gets pretty damn fast, plus having the eagle set whenever she ults is very, very strong. Other than that, I mean, I do have attack body because I do have 75% effect hit rate. Well, actually, I have 81, right? But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into it. Ruin May, by the way, is E1 here, so 20% defense ignore. I feel like that's pretty standard. Most people had it on release because it was so strong, and then most people already had Ruin May, so when we got the technical Ruin May free copy, because she was the easiest, the best choice during Anniversary, most people just went. Apologize, choking on my water. I hope I hit my mic fast enough. Most people just went for E1 and got it, right? Plus, the reason I like running Ruin May instead of Woho is because Ruin May gives us enough damage to just brute force through the fight, whereas Ho-Ho, who would have to probably heal us at some point, takes a lot of skill points, which is unfortunate. This team is definitely very, very skill point hungry. I see my game is incredibly loud because all of my sound settings are completely different from what I was used to, so I'm gonna turn this down quite a bit. I gotta turn down even more. I'm sure you guys won't mind it being a bit quieter because, good lord, right? I swear that every time I go open OBS, I know it's not an actual thing, but I swear the audio changes. So, how I like to do this fight is I just focus on this guy right here, because if I focus on him completely, by the time his thing procs a reaction advance, I should have Kafka and I'll be able to instantly destroy him. So boom, he does that. We get a follow up. And then we go ahead and ult here, which will kill him. Also, insanely busted. The fact that you can trigger Kafka's follow-up attack now with anything is so nice. It actually is so good, right? So boom. Okay, that's some good damage. Break. He goes crazy. We'll be able to get the ult off here. And then Kafka will we'll be able to pop him here. And then we'll just do Black Swan and then Hysilens ult, right? So we got some more stacks, right? So the reason I'm doing this run is so you get a decent idea of what it'll look like before. Like I said, I apologize for not having, comparison side by side. I was trying, I just could not make it actually look good. I can't remember what I did before to make it look good. Also, we are going to be 100% targeting Sovereign here because he has way more HP than the Wolf. The Wolf will just die from getting hit by the residual dots from the side, so we don't have to worry about him. As long as he doesn't hit Black Swan. Okay, that's fine. Oh, he actually got destroyed there. I think that's a first. I think most of the runs I had, he didn't get destroyed. So that's a break there. Do that. It's Kafka's turn again. Boom.
Stand still.
That is so much. And then do that. And then he's gone. Alright, awesome. I think on the previous attempt that I did of that, I destroyed him with the Kafka. I had like a Kafka skill beforehand. I might have ulted. Getting used to Eagle is really funny. I could have just ulted when I didn't need to for Kafka, but I'm not used to having Eagle set on her, so I'll just click ult regardless, right? So that was a 0 cycle that we got at the very end, right? Now the reason I wanted a comparison is because the E1 for Hysilens is insanely good. While Hysilens is on the field, I should have started the video with this, right? But I mean, hey, it is what it is. While Hysilens is on the field, the dot dealt by allied targets is equal to 1/16 of their original value. This is just a overall dot increase, right? When Hysilens inflicts wind shear, bleed, burn, shock on enemies via her talent, there's a 100% base chance to additionally inflict the target with another instance from the original talent effect can coexist with such pre-existing states, meaning you just get additional wind shears, right? So her talent, by the way, if we're gonna quickly go over this, when another target's attacked, there's a 100% base chance for Hysilens to inflict the hit enemy target with one of the following states and then the priority is given to one that is not inflicted. So if we have wind shears and shocks, they're more likely to be, bleed burn, right? So that's why you can have burn even though you don't have a fire character to inflict them, right? So this is pretty much TLDR. Every time you inflict a dot, you just get more dots, right? because that's how the talent works, and this is how this works. So we're gonna go ahead and activate this. And the reason I got it is because this is a insane damage boost, I believe. Let me pull it up on Pridewind. I know Pridewind of all sites, a lot of people dig into it, including me sometimes, but they actually do have some pretty good calcs. Yeah, no, it goes from, with Lycon, it's 126% to 209, and this is one target. One target, it's 2.1 million damage to 3.6 million damage, and that is, I believe, the average damage per an MOC run, if I'm not mistaken. That was how they did it. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll pop all of our buffs. Boom. Let me back up a little bit just in case somehow this thing like moves past him. All right. Boom. All right. So same thing here, except for this time we are going to be getting even more dots. So let's pop this. And then we'll pop that. Okay. That's fine. Alright, so let's look at them. We got Arcana, we got Shock. Yeah, there's 2 different versions of Shock here. Well, there's 3 actually. Damn. And then Erode. We have Burn, Burn, Windshear, Bleed, Bleed. That's so weird to look at. The fact that there's so many of it and it's not just like stacked up, right? Alright, then I guess we just go from here. Is this gonna be enough energy because I didn't get hit? It isn't. Oh my lord. Wait, it didn't even matter. He just died. I don't know why I clicked that. This is completely different now because I clicked that, but he exploded instantly. I didn't even need to ult there. Okay, hang on. Oh, I didn't need to ult. I'm throwing. It threw me off so hard. It actually threw me off so hard that happened. Okay, it's fine. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes. Super jank compared to the first one that I had, like, because I practiced it so much more. Because we had it practiced like so down that I'm not exactly used to it. We didn't even have Ruin May's thing up too. Holy. Oh, she died. Okay, well we have to reset anyway because that was too many variables. That was way too many variables happening there. Just because we didn't get ult, and then I brain decided to throw a little bit. But that's fine. That was still a lot. Okay, good to know. I don't need to ult to kill him. Look at all those debuffs. Oh my.
Just in time.
Bop, bop.
Offer you a requiem. Be intoxicated. Stand still.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, that was stacking up. That stacked up so fast. Did we get hit again? I didn't even notice.
Relax.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, we lived that time. Okay, that's fine.
Never left. Time to say bye.
That's fine. We got hit, but then boom. So it's almost the same thing. Oh, that guy just, like, he actually just got taken out. Okay, so we can't get Ruin May ult now because we did too much damage. And we can't get the basic in. Okay. Boom. Ooh. Ruin May is down there. Is this overall going to be a DPS loss? How much is Ruin May's ult again? It's ours. It's 25 all tech res pen. Wow. Activating the dupe and killing that guy actually hurts. Because then we don't get the ult off. Oh my lord. That's interesting. Okay. There's actually a possibility. Okay, we get off now. So is there actually a possibility we clear slower because the E1? It's definitely more damage. It's like, look at this guy. Arcana, shock, windshear, bleed, burn. That's so crazy to look at. Okay, so we just do this. Do that. That's actually very helpful.
No time to say bye.
Do we action past Somrog here? Oh, we broke him. Okay, we definitely do. Okay, so 2 skill points. I love skill points. So if we have 1 here, so we'll do this.
Stand still.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's done. That is so much damage. Okay, so we cleared around the same, but we had an infinitely more jank run, and we didn't have Ruan May ult. So the E1 in a sense, technically, like with how it played out that run, the E1 from Hysilens made up for the fact that we didn't have a whole Ruan May ult, which is pretty nice. Yeah, because it's all type res pen 25%, and then like the break stuff, right? Which 25% all type res pen is pretty nice. People gas up Tribby. I mean, granted, Tribby is very strong. Tribby's is 24, so that is like, you know, saying it's crazy how Tribby's skill is Ruan May's ultimate. You know, and a little bit of power creep. I guess, you know, it is like that. But wow, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to definitely like fine tune that run a little bit now that the E1 does so much damage. I can't just get Ruan May ult off rip, right? I could get Ruan May's like as well, because we're not getting any energy from this because we're not actually able to attack with it. That'll be something I'll think about later, right? Because I do have, I think, 5 of the shards, right? I was gonna save them just in case they update it. But yeah, Hysilens E1 is pretty damn good. Even with like super jank, like the builds could be better. Like I said, my Kafka is super jank. Really, it's just up to you guys to see if you want it. That is just my showcase of the E1. But I'm still very happy about the E1 overall dot damage. The only thing that bothers me is I wish I could do it the same exact way, but as you guys see, it just did too much damage. The fact that it killed the wolf as well off rip, with the Arcana explosions as well was pretty nice. But hey, that's back, baby. I imagine with E4 Kafka getting more energy and ulting as well, whenever I eventually get that, seems gonna be pretty disgusting. Now, I'm not too sure. I might make a video on like what is the best dupes to get for dot, like the dot team. So there's a lot of people out there who are big fans of dots, but you know, you just don't know what the best investment is because the team is very, very good right now. It's like, oh, do I even bother getting Ho-Ho? Do I just use like Gallagher? You know, I have Hysilens. Do I need like whose light cones are the best, right? I might make a video on that just because I use dots so much, right? Best builds for each of them. When should you bother changing this around? Let me know if you guys would want that in the comments below. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of Hysilens. Is she fun? Do you regret summoning? And of course, I will catch y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching.